We have some good news regarding the Modern Warfare 2 Season 5 Reloaded update. Now, in addition to all of the DLC weapons, maps, and operators, we are going to be getting a weapon balance update this season. And honestly, I am incredibly excited to see what is on the horizon. So if you guys are excited for all of the new news, updates, interested in best class setups, or if you guys are just waiting for Modern Warfare 3 or X-Defiant like I think we all are, so many delays, it's kind of been ridiculous over there. Hopefully they don't kill their own hype. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn those notifications. Now, down in the comment section, let me know what you guys are excited for within this update. Are you guys excited for the DLC weapons, the maps, the operators, or the weapon balance? Now, I'm most excited for the DLC weapons. We are going to be getting, obviously, the Lockman Shroud. We are going to be getting the 9mm Daemon and the Pickaxe. I'm going to go ahead and showcase screenshots of those weapons if you guys are unaware what we're getting on the screen right now. Hopefully, the Lockman Shroud, because I think that's going to be, you know, the hit weapon, the it gun to go ahead and unlock this season. Hopefully it is good and it's not going to be an M13C situation where it was a little bit of a letdown. I ain't gonna cap, man. Now, we are getting a new map, ORC Zone 1. Now, honestly, as far as DLC weapons and maps goes for Modern Warfare 3, obviously the weapons, they still have some potential, but as far as maps goes, I'm all checked out. I don't really care if they play good or bad at this point, because in Modern Warfare 3, we are getting all of the OG MW2 maps returning. So we got all that, you know, locked in, ready to go. We're going to be dropping some nukes on the fan favorites, aka Favela, as well as Terminal, which is a damn shame those maps did not come within Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to go ahead and put a screenshot on the screen right now if you guys check out. We are getting, like I said, a weapon balance update, and honestly, I really do hope they buff up, which means made better, all of the weapons that are quote-unquote underperforming. Now, under the assault rifle category, I think we can all agree, look, I'm gonna say it right now, I said it when the gun came out, the M13C, I can guarantee you guys, is gonna be getting a massive buff this season, because everybody is vocal about how bad and how just a letdown that gun was. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys want them to do to the M13C. For me personally, I think they need to go ahead and reduce the recoil, buff the damage, and also increase the damage range. I think that'll go ahead and make this weapon a little bit better. I understand it's supposed to be like the compact version of the M13B, but there's literally no reason to run that gun. Personally, I mean, I like the gun, but you have to put all the attachments on it to pretty much transform it to the M13B, and it just kind of doesn't make sense, because why would you run the C? Just run the B. I don't really know what they were thinking. I think that was just like a last dish weapon, because they're obviously saving all of the fan favorites, you know, the ACR, the TAR-21 for Modern Warfare 3. So I can understand them going ahead and bringing in, you know, some, I guess, less desirable guns now, because this game is technically over, but they got to go ahead and buff that M13C. Now, also in the assault rifle category, I have a feeling, now you guys can call me crazy, I have a feeling they're going to go ahead and touch the M16 again this season. Now, the M16, it's another hit or miss weapon. I can't tell you guys the last time that I got killed by the M13C as well as the M16. I mean, it's one of those guns where if somebody kills you, it's probably because they're doing camo challenges. Actually, it's because they're doing camo challenges. So the M16, they need to go ahead and reduce the recoil, and that's it, man. I don't think you need to touch anything else. Maybe adjust the range, but for the most part, I think the M16 is, it's not a bad gun, but again, just like the M13C, you have to go ahead and run a bunch of attachments that make the gun feel like how it should feel like stock. So, you know, we got to give and take here, man. They need to go ahead and do something to it. The M16 and the M13C, those are going to be the two assault rifles that I feel need to be buffed this update. Now, as far as the SMGs go, the only two SMGs that need to touch within this Season 5 Reloaded update is going to be the PDSW as well as the MX9. Both of these weapons are garbage, complete garbage. There is absolutely no reason to go ahead and use these guns. I mean, we have the Lockman sub, we got the Lockman shroud, which hopefully is good. I mean, we don't know if it's gonna be good. Hopefully it's good. And we also have everybody's favorite SMG, the Vaznev 9K. So I mean, the MX9 as well as the PDSW, it just doesn't fit in currently. They need to go ahead and increase the damage range as well as the bullet velocity, and I think that's all that needs to be done, because both those weapons have very low recoil, so you don't need to go ahead and adjust that. You know, it's not like the guns are kicking to the moon. They need to go ahead and just strengthen up that medium to long range engagement capability, because I mean, the Lockman sub and the Vaznev 9K, I mean, they all just destroy it. Hell, the Fennec 45 is better, and that gun's been nerfed like since season 1 because it was so good. It's still, you know, viable and meta within season 5 Reloaded. It's just the MX9 and the PDSW, they're just not worth using, and it's a shame because almost every gun in this game, they almost have it right. Almost every gun in this game is usable to an extent, and I think that's where things are going to be stopping for the weapon balance update. Obviously, they're probably going to do some crazy shit this season, and they're going to buff the shotguns like they do every single season. I don't know why they keep addressing the shotguns. They don't need to be touched. They want to go ahead and increase the damage range. They want to go ahead and increase the one-shot kill potential. Hopefully don't go ahead and touch the shotguns, because right now I feel like all, and I mean all, of the shotguns are fantastic, and they dominate close range, and they especially run maps like Shipment as well as Shoot House. So I don't think they need to be touched at all within this season 5 Reloaded update. Now, as far as LMGs, snipers, marksman rifles, again, they can go ahead and leave those alone. All those weapons are incredibly good. Literally all of the LMGs have no recoil, killing 3 bullets, and have like infinite range, so they don't need to be touched. They're all viable. You can spec them out to be assault rifles, and honestly, you know, they perform better than a lot of the ARs. You can spec out the RPK to be literally a cast-off 7.62 that has an unlimited 3-shot kill. So literally, there's no reason to touch any of the LMGs. They're all viable. There's no reason to touch any of the marksman rifles. They're all viable. And the sniper rifles, don't even get me started. They are incredibly good within Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. And honestly, I think everything else except, like, obviously the M16, the M13C, the PDSW, as well as the MX9 are all in a good spot, and I'm really excited to see what they're gonna be doing within this update, because they can either completely just change up the meta for the better, or go ahead and buff or nerf a bunch of guns that don't need to be touched. They always have to go ahead and touch the TAC 56. They always have to go ahead and touch the cast-offs. I mean, they nerfed the 74U, which people really haven't been running that since the game released. They also have to go ahead and touch the ISO Hemlock. I mean, they could go ahead and do a lot of crazy stuff. Hopefully they don't do it this season. They just buff what needs to be buffed and leave everything else alone. We don't need to nerf any guns this season. Just buffs, make weapons usable, make more weapons viable, and that's it. That's the approach they need to go ahead and take for the remainder of Modern Warfare 2's life cycle and going into Modern Warfare 3. Obviously, if something is wildly overpowered, address it, but I think the best case scenario is to kind of go back to the MW2 days, where everything except the F2000 was good, usable, and you can drop a nuke with it. So if you guys enjoyed the video and agree with what I have to say, make sure you drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. We will find out in a few hours what actually goes down this update, because we're about to get the official patch notes and have access to the Lockman shroud, which again, I am praying, let's say a prayer right now, guys. I am praying that weapon is not going to be another M13C. It's in your boy Ears. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.